Come along with me in this tutorial as I discuss the process I used to create an affordable designer look wreath. We are all looking for luxury looks for less these days, and with this wreath we end up with a high-end style with a very smart price. Hey there, it's Joy with Decor Made with Joy, and we're doing a tutorial. I'm just taking a simple one ring pine base and I'm fluffing it out. We're going to attempt to make this into something more special. I'm fluffing and pulling all the greenery that's gotten all compressed, make it into something special. And this is, I measured it, it's a 14-inch. And then I'm going to compress it together, make it more of an oval shape so we can get some length going in there. We could add mesh to this if we wanted to create some size to it, create some drama. But so that's how it's looking so far. Not impressive. The next part of this project is going to be a mixed garland that I got from Michael's, and it's a 6 foot, and I'm going to start. I'm not gonna, I could, wire that in, and I've done that before, where you just take the whole thing and wire it in. But I actually think it looks better if we cut that into pieces and add pieces to it. So I'm going to work on trimming that up. Okay, ultimately, after looking at it, I decided not to cut that. I just used 4-inch zip ties and zip tied it all around. And then I'll cut off the ends of those, and then I'm going in with some other greenery on top of that and fill in. If that was going to be your only greenery you were adding, you would definitely want to cut it into individual picks, but I did change my mind off camera. So I'll work on cutting up some of this ivy and some of this other mixed greenery, and I'll show you that when I'm finished. Okay, what I did right here was take this piece of greenery and slide it up under one of the zip ties and just kind of fan out all of that. And that's what I'm going to do throughout, is just distribute this greenery around, and then I will trim off the zip tie. So that's what I'm doing now. So you're kind of getting the idea here. I'm just filling in that greenery and layering it on top of each other. And that's what it looks like right now. Take this down and bring it closer. I didn't add too much greenery right in here because that's where I envisioned the bow. But you could see it's just looking full right now. And I haven't even done the ivy. And here's another piece of greenery I'll add in. This ivy, it's too long to put in one piece, so I trimmed off a piece, and I'm just looking for a place to get a natural cut, and so that makes a workable piece and a more workable piece here. And there's what we've got so far. All right, now I'm going to add some flowers in, and I got these two bouquets. They were clearance section at Hobby Lobby. They had originally been $29.99. I got these last season, and they were marked down to $7.49 at least. I don't, could have been more. They just didn't seem to hold up very well. They had added some, looked like tape around the bottom, and some of the floral heads are kind of small, but I think in this arrangement these dark fall colors will look pretty. And next we're going to add in some of these dark fall colors. This was, I've got two of these. This is from Hobby Lobby, had been $29.99. I got it reduced to $7.49, a clearance thing. And so I'm going to cut these up and distribute these out and see what it looks like. And that's what we have so far. I have one of the green, one of the coral, purple, and the deep burgundy. And I've got a couple left on this, plus a lot of interesting greenery. And I've got another whole bush that I can bring in if I want to. So I'll continue working on that. And because this was clearance, of course, it's not like that one is so small and that one is so small. So I'm going to put those together to make a big one. And I'll do that with floral wire, I think. So that's something you can do in this little purple one. If I can't get it spread out, I may add it with that other one. Okay, ended up using floral tape instead of wire, and have a nice big head to insert. Okay, that's what we have so far. It's looking really good. And I'm going to pause. Gosh, look at all these pretty leaves. If I don't use these on this project, I will save these for another project. I've got a whole section of leaves, but right now I'm going to dissect some of these and insert them in for some different texture. All right, so that's what we've got so far, and this is what is left. Not much. Again, I'll save these leaves, but I added some of this down in here for some drapage off there. Now I'm going to decide on a bow for there before I add any more florals. And with all those colors, I'm just not sure. It's going to need to be something neutral. So let me look around. Okay, some things that I'm looking at. I've just got this big 4-inch canvas that I think would be pretty. I've got this that's pretty neutral, but I don't think the maple leaves go with the hydrangea. I have this that's just got some neutrals. That might be pretty with the canvas. And so let me work on that. Okay, we're going to make a fall hand bow for this pretty hydrangea in the jewel tone colors. With all the jewel tone colors, we want to keep this pretty neutral. So I'm going with a 4-inch canvas, natural color. Let's go ahead and make a dovetail in that. Dovetail our ends, and we're going to make an upper tail. And then you've got to decide what your loop size is going to be. This is not a huge wreath. at all, so we cannot make big tails or big loops with this. So I would think about 6 inches, but I'm gonna do this real quick and then hold it up there and see, just to get an idea. Oh, I think that neutral is pretty, don't you? And I think those loop sizes are good. And so I'll take that back apart and tell you what I'm doing. Okay, so decide on your size. Take, if you want an upper tail, leave that. Bring that between your thumb and your finger. Turn it away from yourself, even though in this case, let's not do that because we don't have to. The back and the front are exactly the same. So just fold that up, determine your loop size, and then bring it between your thumb and your finger, okay? And same thing on this loop, I don't really have to turn it 180 degrees. Now if I kept making loops, I would have to, but since I just did one on each side, that's really all we need. Let's leave ourselves a decent tail so we can decide what tail size we want. And I'm not going to cut the dovetail just yet. I'm not so good at doing that with one hand. My second ribbon I'm going in is a, it doesn't have a name, but it's a 2.5 inch neutral kind of plaid, okay? And so, upper tail between your thumb and your finger. Turn it away from yourself. This one does have a top and a bottom, so we do have to do the 180 degree turn. I want my loop size slightly smaller, so that's probably a 5 inch loop. Turn it away from myself, or turn, make my second loop, just like so. And that is pretty. Slightly smaller, okay. Bring it down, leave a tail, cut that off. We'll come back and dovetail. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to go in with this narrow green Swiss dot. I think I do. I think it just adds some visual interest. But it's going to be a small loop, smaller than the other. Turn it away from myself, smaller than the other. Measure them against each other. And let's do 2. This is such a thin ribbon, let's just do 2 loops. Same size on each side. Turn it away from myself, loop. Okay, and that's what we're going to have. That is so pretty. Now we have a zip tie, and we are going to bring that underneath the ribbon bundle right where my fingers are, and capture that, turn the locking mechanism around to the back, just like so. And now we're just going to fluff that out. Isn't that going to be pretty up there? Perfect, neutral. I'll probably cut these tails off a little bit. All right, that's my bow for today. Let me know if you have any questions. There's what we have. Since I added the bow, I am going to do some trimming. I never did dovetail this upper, and the wire in that's not terrific, so it needs to be shorter so it doesn't flop. But I think that is a nice, pretty neutral bow. these lower tails shorter. Okay, that looks nice. And once I get that big bow in there, obviously I don't need any more florals. So that is a real nice, inexpensive wreath make. And it started out, as you saw, on a pretty rough looking base, but with all the greenery we added and the pretty bow, it just looks terrific. So there you go. And I'll just, my process is I will stare at this, put it down. I get tired and I put it down and come back tomorrow and look at it again. I have this whole other bush that I can add to if I need to, but I certainly don't think I need to. And I'll see if any more greenery needs to be added. I don't think so. And I think that looks good. All right, thanks a bunch.